Pigeons kind of pigeon very much. Shanxi has Kun Xing. Shandong, there are cranes show. Guizhou with axillary butterfly. Hanzhong turn jump. Zhejiang have all pointed. These are specific varieties. There are boots head, ideas, white, Blackstone, bird couple, Huagou and the like. Thanks to a number of varieties, however, the only pigeon-loving people who can identify them, Zouping County Conservation, a Mount Sun, had habit of pigeon. He followed pigeons seek dove, and strive to have all kinds of pigeons. He reared pigeons as infant care. Pigeons catch a cold on the use of licorice treatment, with a grain of salt on the wounds of the heat treatment. Pigeons love to sleep, sleeping too much, and some will suffer from paralysis. By Zhang Gongzai in Yangzhou spent 10 taels of silver to buy a pigeon. Pigeon minimum size, good walk, put it on the ground. They keep walking around in circles, not exhausted, does not stop so often someone has put it in her hand. Night put it among the flock, let him disturb other doves. Pigeons have to avoid the problems of numb legs and feet. Pigeon called night. Shandong area pigeon expert, who is not as well raised Zhang Gongzi. Zhang Gongzi also claimed to be good at pigeon. One night, Zhang Gongzi sitting in his study, suddenly saw a white boy knocking at the door. He is never know. Zhang Gongzi asked him, replied, I was wondering person, the name is not worth mentioning, heard all the way to keep your pigeons the most prosperous, and this is my life hobby, let me open our eyes to Zhang Gongzai. All the pigeons released, really colored and taste, Changcan clouds. Teenager smiled and said people say really good, the sun can be regarded as a big pigeon home and I can take one or two, you are willing to look at it? Zhang Gongzi overjoyed, followed by juvenile away. The dim moonlight, wild Huangfen very depressed. Zhang Gongzi heartfelt doubts fear. Teenager reaching a mean to say the sun walk a few steps, my house is not far off, and took a few steps, saw a Taoist temple, only two. Zhang Gongzai teenagers holding hands in, which is very dark, no lights. Teenager standing in the courtyard, area middle school for pigeons tweet. Suddenly there are two pigeons flew out, generally shaped like a dove, and white coat, they flew so high roof, while chirping while fighting to a flutter every time, is bound to somersault. Teenager swept an arm out, and they go very juvenile and summarized from the lips make strange noises. There are two pigeons flying, big ducks so much, only a small fist-sized, they fall on the steps, learn to dance crane. Big bird craned his neck to stand, as the two wings open like a folding screen, and turn, barking and jumping, as if the little teaser dove flew up and down tweet, sometimes fall head large pigeon, flap their wings, like the swallows above the leaves fall crushing sound as if shaking loud rattle the big pigeon's necks did not dare move. Sounds more and more urgent, it became a sound like a chime issued their tweets and shutwin titro, intermittent scattered all in line with the beat. Soon, a little pigeon fly, big and repeatedly attracted. Zhang Gongzi extol incessantly, consciously catch up. He gave teenagers Zuoi, the request must sell. Teenagers do not agree. Zhang Gongzi has insisted on pleading. Teenager to drink away two pigeons, dove still sound previously issued Ming, the to that attracted pigeons, put them in his hand, said, if you do not mind, it is with this number two pigeons charge of it. Zhang Sun took admiration. I saw the eyes of a dove appear in the moonlight, the color of amber, eyes bright and perfectly clear. There is no such barrier in the middle of a round black eyes like peppercorns, set off the wings of a dove, sash meet crystal clear, even organs can see. Zhang Gongzi, particularly surprised, was also dissatisfied. They continue to demand roundabout way. Teenager said there are two did not offer it, now do not dare ask you to read. When the two are arguing, the family lit the torch came to find Zhang Gongzi. Look back years, turned into a white dove. The chicken so much, rushed the night sky and flew away. Look at the courtyard in front of the buildings are gone. It is a small tomb, the tomb long with two cypress. Zhang Gongzi holding a dove and family marvel back. Zhang Gongzi let two pigeons flight. They tame exceptions, like the original, although not the best juvenile pigeons in the world is extremely rare. So Zhang Gongzi care of them to the extreme. After 2 years, breeding a male and a female 3 small pigeons, even friends and relatives to ask for, nor available. Zhang Gongzi, father of a male friend, was a senior official. One day, he saw Zhang Gongzi, asked how much you raise pigeons. The son hesitated to back down. He guessed a public mean like doves, pigeons would like to gift in return. He found it difficult to part with, but think elders' requirements not excessively violated, and not dare to take to deal with pigeons in general. It elected 2 pigeons with a cage fitted to the public. Thinks this is not different from the daughter of a gift. Another day, Zhang Gongzi see a public, revealing rewards a person's look on the face, but some do not even have a public gratitude, then nothing. His heart could not help but asked a few days ago to send your pigeons. Okay, he replied. Very plump. Zhang Gongzi exclaimed. You cooked up? Replied yes. Zhang Gongzi horrified and said this is not an ordinary pigeon, is the Tartar variety. Is often said that, a return to public taste, no taste a little bit special. Zhang Gongzi he sighed and ruefully home. During the night, he dreamed that white boy came, rebuked him, saying, I think you can love pigeons, so put on your sons and trusted Wyming's Huantao, lead to the disaster of boiled dead. Now, I took my children gone, then, teenager turned into a dove. Zhang Gongzi has raised pigeons, all follow it, while crying while flying straight away. After dawn, Zhang Gongzi see pigeons, really all gone. He was so melancholy, put on weekdays has raised pigeons, were presented friends, send over a few days time. Different she said things everyone gathered in the hands of people like it, so belie, the real dragon will come to his house. Not to mention bachelor desire good friend can get your good friend, virtuous emperor eager Yashiyami can get it, accept money, like more and more people, and gather money to people, especially small, thus spirits hate greedy people, not hate obsessed person. There was once a friend presented son Yu of Red Carp. Son, at home, there is no bright servant, he sent a servant sent. Son came to the front of the house, the old servant drained the water, fish out, ask for a dish, the fish is laid, get into, and so on to reach his master, dry fish has been dead. Zhang Gongzai met smiled and did not speak, reward servant with wine and let cook a fish, give him a drinking companion. After the old servant came back, the owner asks son to get the fish, cannot be happy, the answer especially pleased. Q. How do you know? He said the son was delighted to see the fish smile, give me immediately ordered wine, drinking, cooking and also a few fish reward. Villain master shocked and thought to myself the gift of fish is not cheap, whereas a reward cooking servant, rebuked servant, said you must be stupid, rude, so the son of anger at the fish. Servant Yang started trying to argue that I certainly ignorant stupid, you think I do not understand as reasonable person. Door to my son, send fish, careful to the point where I still fear a fish packed in bucket unsightly, respectfully asked for a dish, the fish one by one neatly backward dedicated to him, which had a little careful nodded, the master listened strike cursed meal, they sent him away. Temple there was a monk, named after the tea ceremony, tea pan, tea mortar very fine, however, his collection of tea, there are several other grades of tea is often boiled offering guests the decision based on the level of identity, most top grade of tea, not tea ceremony guests and well versed in people, not in the least out. One day, a bit expensive officer, respectfully pay homage to the monk, took Shanghao tea, cooked personally offer hope to gain reputation, your official drink without a word. Monk very confused and took the finest tea cooked dedicated to him, almost drank tea and did not appreciate the words. Monk impatient, bowed and asked how the taste of tea, your official duans heo chabai, a hand, said, too hot.